Yes, we're on. So, hello, everyone. Those weeks, I guess it was a little, there was a lot of information. It was maybe not always a lot of fun, promises and all those things. And today we are working for the object-oriented programming. And to do that, we make a video game. So the video game, it's like this. The principle of this video game is that you have a player and an enemy. And to understand what you will do, you need to see the code, the Javascript code, understand it. It's a puzzle game. Understand it and play using the code like this. So it runs when you type in some JavaScript commands here. And that's what we create today. So that's what we build. The rules, you remember that every variable you make has a name. Every function you make has a name that starts with a verb. And when you return something, you return one word. It's okay. Now, Daniel asked me someday if I can think about RPG game that teaches JavaScript. So the first thing you do when you have something like that is you drawing it. So I have a drawing a little better than that. This is how I started. So with pen and paper. And it's like this. With this I can work. So first, I just draw what I want to do. It's called a wireframe, and you will use it every day. And then I compare this wireframe with my DOM object. It's like this. And I want to, yeah. So I compare the wireframe I have with the DOM. So the thing, HTML, the body, div, script. I know the script will be at the end. I don't know yet how many div I will use, or pictures, or anything like that. I just start with this. And so the first thing I do is to understand how many div I will need. My method is just to draw lines and isolate my div, like this. So I know I have roughly one container and 3 divs. I didn't type anything yet. I just solved the problems. So I know that one of my div will be an arena. Those are placeholders. Later we can put image, we can put pictures or sprites, moving pictures at the same places. I know that I will need a console because I want the player to see my code and to understand what the code does and play with it. Then I need a controller. The controller has one input and 2 buttons. Then I continue with vertical lines. So I know that there is one element here, one element here, my console, my controller. I know that there's a margin here. Now I can work with that. And while I'm doing that, I start to think, so I take notes. I know that I will need some the room code, the actions, and things like that. The padding, here I know that I will try to flex. But that's how I can handle something. Just someone asks me to realize an application. That's how I do. Let's first draw it. And then I type on the internet how to display code on the web page. And they told me that I use the pre-encode for HTML tags. Okay, so now we can start. We have this. So I would like you to create a folder called HMD. That's the name of the game. It's a hacker game slash RPG. And it's called Hack My Dungeon. And so just a folder. I have it on my desktop here. And you open your VS Code in it. And I need my live server. No, live server. Because how we will display code, we will use an XML HTTP request. Everyone is. I didn't find another way. I'm sure it's not the only one. But I would need to stop the code inside a part of my object. Just, start to become and then I just create my index. And here the fun begins. So from this, we know we will need a container and 3 divs. This we can do. Emet, HTML, bang. I move my main in my body. I will use CSS today.
Hack My Dungeon.
Hack My Dungeon as a title.
Yeah.
We got it. And then I said what? I said container and 3 div. Okay, so div dot container magic div. It was arena first. Both. Class. The class, I will use it to link it with my CSS. And the ID, I will use it to link it in my JavaScript. So, ID. And where are they? Here. Arena.
Sorry, can you zoom? Oh, yeah, can zoom.
Yeah, I can. Oh, better? Console? And controller? Okay, this is the MS writing. I write the HTML tag I need, and either a dot or a hashtag if it's a class or an ID. So I will create you a div with a class of controller. It's like CSS, and an ID of.
What is this? How do you like it? Just when you enter.
And tab. Woo, isn't that beautiful? It's a way that the editor, the coded editor to make our life better.
It's a package for VS Code?
No, not just VS Code. Most of the internet editor have now this thing, Atom. It's so used that there's a name for it. We call that Emmet. Console. I will agree. Arena, console, controller. I know that I will need this, I just Googled it. Okay, pre and code, just Google it. So, pre code, it's in my console. Okay, code. Let's start with code. Code is a tag in HTML5 that is used to display code. So it's a metadata. It means that your HTML, we know that it's code. So you will be able to link some framework to this, and it will display a thing in a typo. This kind of typo, the same fonts of the editor. And so it's made to display code. And pre is a tag that allows you to keep the layouts of the things you put inside. Meaning that my code with all its indentation will be as is. So I code, and here actually I will move my ID console in my code because it's inside the code that I will display the text. And so in my arena, again, in my arena, what I have player and goblin. I would say that I use H6 classes. H6. Player, placeholders. And another one. H6. Enemy. Yeah. And now I need to restart my Visual Studio Code to have my live server. Go live. Whoa, isn't that beautiful? So I have everything I need. Just doesn't display much things yet. Not very interesting. So what we do next? Does anyone has an idea?
Use some style stuff.
Let's try this. Okay. My main CSS. Yeah.
Explain the code, the keyword code and the PRE because we don't know that.
What?
The PRE and the code. Line 17 and line 18.
Yes.
When they use
Yes.
Yeah, what do they do?
The code is a tag to display code. If you want to display any code on your web page, you will use those tags.
Okay.
And three, the way to keep the layout of the input you have. My code will be like this. Will be with indentation, and because it could be JavaScript. And so I wanted to keep this thing. I don't want it to, compress everything.
When the player is hitting or taking a weapon or do something, we will show the code in our page. And we want the code to appear in the same format, like this. And that's why we use pre
This we can,
and code.
so it keeps my
The selection.
my tabs, my spaces, everything. To if you don't use it, the HTML tends tends to cut all the tab you do, all the indentation. So I don't want it. But I just Googled it, just Googled it, and there were some, and as there are a lot of people who make some tutorial, they made some tutorial on how to make tutorial.
Yeah. Yes.
And so they say, okay, I do the code like this, with free and code. Are we okay? Can we style? So on Slack, I shared with you a font, which you should see it. No, I just shared it with Ahmed. I will go in here and send you a font. This one. And so, so now you all have a font called the Cabin Sketch Regular, and this font. No, I don't even have myself the.
Install that one. Download.
So you can download the file.
Have you worked for them? Did you install the form? No. Okay. It's called HMB. Site we have 3 times. And open it in this code.
Hey, my template. Express. So here I have a file, a folder with fonts, and I put it inside. It's okay? You wanna have this?
Install the font. Open the font, click install. You will find install.
Or it's not even useful to we will link this font through our CSS.
It's now
Have you already done that? Link a font with a CSS.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How you do it?
The link is from Miguel.
Yeah.
In his head or what? Yeah.
Okay, go to download folder.
In the head, and then you just use it.
Downloads.
So here, the thing is, I have
Double click.
the font on my computer, on my virtual server. Yes, and there's a method for this.
When it's done,
There's a method that it's like, yes,
did you install the font?
font face.
Please guys, follow instructions step by step. If you are behind, just ask for help. Okay? Are you all done now with the index, HTML code, and the font? Those? Okay.
Just
Okay.
so it's in a folder. It's in a folder. The same folder of your internet site. Okay.
Did you download it? Okay. Go to the go to my computer. Let it open it. No. This is a font. That's it. Double click. Yes, install. Done.
Where should she download it from?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
So you
Yes.
have a
Yes.
file, and the PDF can.
That's it.
I was only.
The font
So,
is
there are two fonts. Just let me check. Did you share the two fonts? The one and
just try download it and okay. Now I want you to download the file, this
It
file,
was only one.
and do like that.
Miguel, is it two files or one file?
One file. I have two because inside the folder.
Okay. Yeah. He's the boss. So that's why he has
It's
two fonts.
inside. It's inside that folder.
They don't need the volume.
No. And then I didn't send the. So it's inside my folder. Just HMD. my cabin regular.
If you can we just show them.
Yeah.
Keep it for 1 minute.
Like this.
Okay, guys, please, all of you finish this code. Finish your index HTML code exactly like this. Don't change any name. Exactly like this. Okay? All of you. Okay, follow me. Because we're going to use these names exactly. Brandon, did you finish this?
Yes, I finished it, but I.
Exactly the same.
Okay.
I can see
The file, okay,
the one download.
don't worry, don't worry.
It's here.
Okay, so.
Do you see here? Because he added the fonts in the same folder.
Yes.
We didn't add this font in the same folder. No problem.
I went to my downloads, found the file in my downloads, copy or cut, and went to my folder, and here it is. You see? The file of with the font is in my folder. It's just next to my index and main.
When you open the VS Code, you choose open folder, right?
Yes.
Whatever in that folder will show you. So because we didn't add the folder in our folder HTML, it is German, but it's in Spanish.
It's just, yes, it's just file.
Okay.
This track work is
Yes.
inside
Yes, but it's okay. You don't need to code it, and then this one you will just use it. Okay,
you want start this and use this view. No.
One is class, one is area.
Right.
That's how I like it.
Okay.
Class is for CSS
Delete this.
and ID for JavaScript.
But why we didn't use the one thing for CSS and JavaScript?
To keep things separated.
But it's the same name.
Yeah. Yes. When you have a class and when you take a class from the JavaScript, it will return you an array.
So we can choose that with the zero and then.
Yeah. With the zero. Exactly. And so why I use this is because for now and for this module, I like to keep the thing simple for us to focus on the creation of objects. So
Did you all finish that?
yes, everyone has a.
So we can move to the next step. Rahman? John?
Yes. Oh,
Done. Yeah, Abdurrahman? Done.
Not yet. I have just 2 lines.
Okay, quickly.
Oleg, it's okay?
Yes.
And move on?
Yeah. Okay. Did it. You can see the screen both, okay?
Okay, so now I want to use my font. And so I use a keyword like this, font face, and just type, so font family. And I give a name, I will call it sketch. Then I put an SRC attribute, URL, and then but they are here. This will work a little like a variable, but in CSS. Variable in CSS, it's a help. That's how basically you do it. So I create a font face. It's a variable for fonts. I call it sketch, so I can use it later in my code using just sketch. And I put it a URL. It's like a picture, like an image. You know, there's an URL. So my URL here is nothing. Nothing. And cabin sketch regular. So why I did this? Why the dots and a slash? It's a best practice when you link to something in the same folder. It's best practice. So you can recognize that it's in the same folder. If you put be careful. If you put two dots, it means that it will go up for you. So just that. That's done. Then I will make my body black because video game has to be a little dramatic. Background. Background color. Let's do this. Okay, done. Everyone okay? Or?
Is an extension for
The what?
so PDF.
Yes, it's the name of the file.
It's an extension.
Yes.
To follow the
Yes.
same
There
syntax,
are different fonts
copy from the
There are different
folder the
profiles.
font and put it in
because
the
of
MHP folder. Okay?
as always.
To follow the same syntax.
Firefox writing
Yeah. Okay.
And so the TTF is just one file.
So when you do it,
Most,
copy
most,
from the root
all of
folder,
them are
go to the
recognized
root folder,
features.
copy the font, put it in the folder of the exercise, image hackman. Okay? To follow the same syntax. John, you did this?
Then I want to see if this works. So I have H2. H2 font family. Sketch. And color. White. Right. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. Oh, because I have a main JS. So I comment out my main JS. Yeah. And it should work better now. Do I have my font?
Because
No.
black background and black font, you must.
Yes, black, color white.
You have H6, no?
H6, not
What?
we have
You just have H2.
We have H6. So H6. Get it? Oh. No, we can see yet. Huh? I will put a size. Font size. Font size like this. Font size 3 rem. So we can really see it. Okay. Yes, it's my phone. Okay, that works. That's also the way I do it. Every time I do a step, I check. This one is done. Okay, check.
All of you done with this? No, you. I'm looking. First, go to download.
You can when you write the CSS,
I can do
object. So that's it. You can do a lot of things. The only thing is that, well, here is more like a variable. The font thing. So it's not necessary to do it. And then the game is interesting thing is then you can use the schedule instead of inside your CSS and style anyone. So sometimes you will see some code, you will see a lot of information at the beginning because you import every fast font thing. You take a break, then 5 hours. Yes, this is the way I turn the font inside my own file. Because I like just try to fix it on so we can see my face, you know.
Nice point.
Yes, it works. Hey, it's nice.
Yes.
It's very dramatic, you know.
Main non-CSS.
So.
And I love the name, you can sketch, you know.
Sketch. What's this one part?
Is the one that they imported?
No, it's the one that we create.
We create
Sketch here refers to sketch here. So the thing is that now when you use sketch, it's this variable that plays. So as you see on my files, the S is uppercase. On your files, it's lowercase. But both are the same. The first one and the last one, here and here, are the same. You just refer to the one on top.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, John? The thing is, this each one
Okay, guys, ready? 5 minutes. 5 minutes break. Please, all of you follow this. Okay? So, can we just show the name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Index? Yes. Again, all of you follow this and the CSS. And can we show the CSS in the...
Yeah, like this, you mean?
Yes. You have 5 minutes. Okay? Be clear, take some fresh air, move your legs, feel good.
Yeah, no, it's
Don't
like
stay
this.
here. Go, have some fresh air and come back.
No. Okay, like this.
Who has a problem, follow this. Okay? ما تكتبش بقى وتدور على الفايل اللي احنا هنسجله او هنسجله ونقول على وبعد كده دايما نركز في النقطه. هلا يا معلم، أين كنت؟
في شارع.
Oh, here you are.
نعم.
Thank you. Hey,
When we look at the list of the form and when you use things like this way, is it going to work on other browsers
And then?
on other browsers like when they're going to request for that?
Yes.
Yeah, but we have to manually
Yes.
manually install these fonts on the server.
No. No. This file, the reveal.txt file,
It's
it's read
read from the current directory.
yes, it's the CSS that read it.
That's great.
So basically,
I really get familiar with this today. It's really cool.
it's
Cool.
how I do to have
كله تمام؟
my own.
شيك عليها.
Our font, yeah. I did it with like I just add the link for that in the metadata. Yeah. It's the same
Just
thing.
another
But I think it's going to be more fast. And it's on the server.
Yeah.
It's going to be more fast. Yeah.
Well, because Google fonts are pretty fast.
Yeah.
Why we didn't
إن
connect
مسافة
the one
الجنب
party?
سيرفر.
We connect for
Oh, because font is
أقول لك
styling.
بقى-
So styling is
يعني يا معلم بالفولدر بتاعك شيل الواحد اللي هنا.
I separated it like this. Okay. Works for me. But you, that's now they start to be separate way to do the things.
تمام؟ بس انت كده بتفتح بس انا عاوز افتحها على السيرفر، انت بتوصل السيرفر عندك.
But it doesn't mean that it's the only one. But once you have one way to
طيب
do
امال ايه اللي
it,
بروح
work,
فيه السيرفر عندك؟
what I want from you is to work.
اه
And then you also spend more on the way to do it.
انت مش بتتحرك طب انت لازم تعمل له ريلوش. انا ما اعرفش تاخد هنا فين. يعني اول حاجه قلناها روح اعمل عندك ستوب اسمه اتش تي بي. خش جوه الفولدر.
انا عملت فولدر في الف
ليه؟
ما نفس الشيء.
تمام؟ لا مش نفس الشيء. حاول دايما تشوف تفصيل. يعني هو اللي كان كلمه مهمه راح عليك. ليه؟ لانك مشغول. امشي على التعليمات خطوه بخطوه احسن شيء. حتى لو انت تعرف حاجه ثانيه ما تعملهاش دلوقتي. Did you finish or not? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now you are going to put it like this. Like this.
That's very low.
Okay.
وبعد الريلود شو بنسوي بشكل؟
بعد الايه؟
بعد الريلود
ماذا؟
للسيرفر.
خلاص كليك يمين على صفحه الاندكس HTML والمفروض ان تطلع لك ايه؟ Open with lib server.
That's very open in integrated terminal. هذا هو؟
ايوه. كده يفتحها لك بس السيرفر ما تحتاجش تعمل ريلود. هي بتعمل جميل؟ ونرجع نقول ايه؟ ما فهمناش. ده خطوه بخطوه. يعني على فكره انا لاحظتها المره اللي فاتت وناس كثير فصلت من كده، يعني درس كان حلو يعني. تمام؟ بس في ناس فصلت لان ما كانوش ماشيين على القناعه. So, Abdurrahman, try to catch the steps of the teacher quickly.
I'm just trying to bring it, but I think it's a little bit.
I know you have missed some stuff, okay? Just follow the team. Follow the steps. Okay, till now I think it's okay. It's CSS and HTML, nothing new. Okay? When we go to the JavaScript, we will say something. Okay, Miguel, Abdurrahman missed the two format processes. So, will we go through the HTTP
Yes.
request? Just say, we do this for that. We do this for that. Okay?
Then,
Don't explain everything.
yes, then there is the README, and you can go through the README inside the.
Yeah, inside the repository, you will find everything. And
You go through them.
tomorrow we will do more stuff. Okay?
You go through them so you can. They were written, so it's all set, okay? And you read them several times, not once. Because the first time you will understand something, and then you will understand more and more things. It's normal. This is not specific to you. This is the way we all learn to code. Rereading yourself.
Okay? Do so that you can catch up. I think.
How are we with that?
Just 2 minutes.
Hmm?
Quickly do it, okay?
He is on Slack. He's on Slack. He's on Slack. Okay. No, even better. Even better.
I will send him everything.
Yes, but
Just open.
there's the boilerplate. Okay. But you already have the CSS. But well, the boilerplate.
It's okay. I will send it as a snippet directly.
Okay.
Yeah. Just I want him to figure out.
Yes. So we can then dive into the JavaScript object.
Okay. Open. Create a folder into this code. Call it HTML. Yes. And create 3 files inside.
HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
HTML. Create big word. Are you all fine on this? Did you show the font on your webpage? Yes. Show me your page. Okay. Nice. Where is the font? The font is not working. No. Show me your folder. The folder, the name folder. Because go back. The folder is in font. Go here. No, go with the main series. Go here. Here.
So you are in here. You go inside your phone.
Yes.
And
So
then
you
you
have
have
font like this. Because it's in font. It's not in the main folder. It's in a folder called font. And now. Okay.
the funny thing is that you did it right. Because usually you do that.
Show me your
That's the wrong way.
page.
The, you should do that.
No, say it. You didn't say it.
For
Go back.
better.
Slash font slash.
I have a problem. I did it right.
Yeah. Okay. Save and go back. First of all, why you open it like this? Do you have the link server here? So why did you don't use it? Did you open the folder using this? No, it's not a folder. Right?
It's a review of the. It's a sort of reviewing the CSS and HTML. Not to forget. The important thing here is that.
So we need one
Why did
index
you change
HTML.
at my budget?
You see, this is how.
Do
This is what we do.
it. Copy paste from Slack. Copy paste. Okay.
That's how I do it. I write it. First, I draw things and put some lines. So for me,
Okay.
it becomes clear.
So, guys, every one of you, the font is working on this page. Is it
Everyone,
working?
it's okay.
John, Abdurrahman, Oleg, Jordan. Okay?
We have it?
Yes.
Okay. So then, I have my console, my controller.
You are commenting the script.
In.
You are commenting the script. Then you you added in comments.
I need to comment it out for. I have to comment it out for now. And then what I have my console and I need my 3 buttons here. So one input, one button. Okay, let's do this. Inside controller, the first one, it's an input. Fair enough. Then button, I guess. With an idea, so I can have it on the. This is for running the code. If we will type. So I will put run. And this is another one with view source code, view source, ID view source. View source. And see, room. I did it because the game is all about hacking and things. So I decided that my file, the JavaScript file we try to hack during the game, is like a room in a dungeon. So see room code, save, and it won't appear because it's black. Oh no, it's here. Oh. So I have the player and me, the thing, my console, everything is in place. Great.
The last one, yes. What is the ID? Yeah.
I made it view source. So usually when I write an idea, I write it in camel case. It's because I usually use it in JavaScript. So I write it the same way as I write the JavaScript. It will let me avoid to make typos if my ideas are like my JavaScript code. And now, so just an input. Do I put an idea on the input? No, not necessary, because I have just one. Let's continue. So, my head 6.
Just 1 minute. Are you following all of you now? Rahman, are you following this? Did you finish?
No.
Adding the input button? Okay, quickly. Close.
Then,
Only main CSS and HTML.
3 files. And install the folder, install the font, go to the Slack channel, go to our Slack channel. Yes, nice. Okay. Now go to the index, follow this. Did you add this? Okay. Are you all catching up?
so is then I will tell you the truth. Okay, I googled the thing for the console and the pre and things, and I understood what the code did, and so I found the one that pleased me. So here it is, pre and code. Okay. The pre and code are font family, monospace, my favorite one. Monospace, it's no monospace, it's here. Okay. My indentation. Then and then pre, like something that will look a little strange, code. This is this kind of thing is to target specifically the code tag inside my pre tag. Syntax. And this one I will make display block, and then the size, font size, size 1 rem. Kind of big, all that, but I like it. Okay. What else? What else? The color, no. The color you need for that, you need a library that will read your code and color it. For now, it's still outside of the
right?
This is
Our code that's written in the box.
yes. This is for the console.
Yeah.
But now I had a problem when I started to display it. When the code was too long, it would not wrap. I mean, it would not go down. And for this, same thing. Google it. See the thing, and it's word wrap.
You were using Flexbox.
Yeah. It can automatically yeah. Word wrap normal. Okay.
Inherit initial normal.
But you can, so you know that you can manipulate how the text is displayed inside your divs, your text, your titles. Yeah.
And also, a question is, line 22, what is this angle?
It's to specifically target the code tag inside my pre.
The parent element go to the nested element at this only for the this
Yes.
parent element.
I target pre, and inside the pre I target code.
You say parent say to child, you must be display block. You must have font size.
I want to target the code inside the pre. It's not very necessary in this kind of situation because I know I have the only one code thing. But so you can see again this syntax, this way to target the child of one element. So it's okay. It's here. I want this tag inside my tree, and so I use this syntax. Target specifically. Other tag. Okay.
I was thinking, Miguel, here.
I do that so we can have some, so we can text some base on the page, so you can see that there's something happening. I want the file with all the room will maybe a little long, so I want it to stay the same way. So I want a scrolling thing.
I was thinking, and before we could see as a child, and we like this, but in this case, I'm woman.
Yes.
Could we use that in?
You can use both. Why there are something that are both sides? Because there are some programs that use one, some programs that use another one, and so usually when they upgrade some language like CSS3, they try to please everyone in order not to break the internet sites worldwide. So that's why you found in web dev a lot of workaround or a lot of parallel syntaxes. It's because of that. It's to allow every site to work.
So it's not like the code lines inside the tree, it's better practice for the visual, for other developers to use it. Just use whatever you're using.
This one specifically, I guess it was yes because visually it's very easy to understand. And remember that we are writing code for the human beings, not for computers. And so the more we understand some code, the easiest it is to work as a team. So I will like to have an overflow specifically on, okay, so I have my X, my Y, overflow Y, and scroll, or auto, okay, auto. So I'm sure that I will have these scrolling things when there's long text. Okay, then nothing. I will may need to now start to display my to use color. So let's do this. I want to color my code. I want to color to style my my inputs, my buttons, things that now I want some colors. I want to that I can see them. So code and input and buttons. Okay. Here I have I want color. Where is this? Background color. And I have a color I like, which is air, green, blue. And it's 42. 32. How I did that? How I found this? I just tried around and found some color that I liked. Here it's a dungeon crawler game, so I need something reddish. So I found this. But I need the color of my font as white. With then just so you know, then you can play around. But this is my first prototype, so I make it simple. But that I maybe not have told you, but this game I'm developing it. I mean, it's one of my jobs. So if anyone can take a picture, yes, it's real.
It's not.
So if anyone can take a picture to have a proof that you were there,
yeah,
and that it's my code.
You can add this in your CV.
Because I know that it will make a success. People love role-playing game and hacker game, so sure success, this one.
There is no organization if you want to register your name.
Why?
Copyright.
Why? Why you want to the copyright?
It's an open source game.
Yes, there is an organization. It's a trial. If you can prove that you wrote your code and you made a license, and someone did not respect the license, you put a trial. But maybe, well, just don't try to make a trial to Microsoft or Google.
Right.
So I will make a padding of 2 pixels. I will make a border. So border, you remember the shortcut? So the shortcut, solid, 2 pixels, and white. And I would like a border radius. Border radius is to, you know, have round corners. Okay, let's have this. Border radius, border radius, border radius. Okay, because on my drawing, I have some round corner. Huh? Yes, I have some round corner.
Yes.
Yes, yes, there. Okay, so 5 pixels. Then I have something like here. I want the buttons have one font, the input and code, so people can see that they are connected. I want them to have the same font, so monotype for the input and code. So you see that's what we type in input, it's code. And the button, well, we have a nice font, so let's use it. So first, let's get things better, bigger. So input and button. I want them bigger. Font size. .5, I say. 1.5. Okay. 5 RAM, maybe. It has to understand what kind of unit I use. And just the button will have my sketch. Family. Give me family, sketch. Beware of the typos here, okay? My sketch is with an uppercase. Because it's exactly just the same name as here. It has to be the same name as here. And if you want how I check that, I just highlight it and I see sketch. This one, it's okay. This one, it's okay. Yes, it's okay.
How do you select all of them?
Just
You
select one, it will
Yes.
highlight every.
No, how do you select and change one and all of them will change?
Right on you?
You use an option of the VS Code or
Shortcut.
yes. You use the search and replace.
It's Control Alt something.
Control F2.
No.
But my input has to be from some.
As the one that you highlight.
Oh, family of monospace. Oh, Korean new. Yes, let's do the writers. Okay. So, do I have here every pure HTML element? Because first, I need to style each one of my elements of my JavaScript HTML elements before to start with the classes. This is best practice.
You go to the bottom of this.
Which one? CSS?
Yeah.
Here.
Just write monospace. You will have a list. Choose it. It will type it.
No, it's monospace. It's
Abdurrahman.
second one.
So check almost the page. Check the web page. Everything is changing.
Oh yeah, I like it. Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
All of you have this shape now.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I like it.
Abdurrahman,
Oh, I like it. Now I like
you
it.
have typos, I think. He has some typos, I think.
Oh, that's well, I use at this stage I use red for my and also yes. Why I do that? It's because then I start with pixels so I can see on my screen before to move on. Why do I see how yes. And then
You can
I
choose
will
the
go
color.
for the response design. One reference. So I have for prototyping with pixels and red. Then
Yes. Okay. So you don't have to
prototype.
guess the numbers.
This the purpose of the prototype is to run on my computer first, and then
As a general, it's better to use pixels and use relative values.
yes. So
So
sometimes
later on, you can just do the responses by the media queries and whatever.
the only thing is that when you start with the percentage, you do everything around.
I agree.
In order to not solve everything this at the same time, you create. So first I fix the things, and then I see how the
This is a way to target the child who go to uniform.
So next one, I need
Yeah. Here.
I need here
And inside we have
some
who
kind
is the
of
child
margin.
degree. So this is another
On left
way
and
to
right.
target the child specifically.
So this is in my
We
container.
have another tag here. So in 3 we have 2 tags. If you want to change only code, oh, the code is a tag.
Container and it's 50-50.
You have indentation. Now we will show our code here. We want the code to come with the same way we got it. So this is it. So whatever you write here in this array will appear as it is. So the 3 and 4 is made to show as
Better.
So if you search the internet, this is yes, outside, yes. Add a comment.
So now I have two problems simultaneously. One is that my player and enemy are like this, and I would like them to be more in the center. This is for my prototype, so I can put them together. I need my console to be like this, but I have another problem, is that I need the input run and C code to extend until here. So I have two simultaneous problems, and I have to solve them separately. One is to have my div my different divs here. I have 3 that can stretch, until or a line, so it will be like better closer to a video game view. And here I want them to float here around. And so for this, I will use grid and flexbox. Because I know that grid, I think I have something around this. No, this is my wireframing. Yes, I know that grid can stretch the items. And I know that flexbox can make me something like this that I want. So my container is a grid. And my arena is a flex. Display, sorry. Flex, flex, flex. And a flex, like a row, I want them on the, so flex, how it is, someone? Flex direction, it's there. Flex direction in a row, okay. I got it, I got this. I got this. Wait a second. Oh yes, they are here. Row. Space between here. Justify content. Space. Space between. Let's see. Let's see. Ah.
Or space around.
Let's say space around. Okay, let's try this. Around. Yes. First step done. Of my problem. Then I need my controller to stretch, but my controller is inside the grid. So controller. Oh, controller. Yeah, maybe there's maybe some controller. And this one is. I never remember that. It's stretch. So no. So stretch, align self, justify content. No, it's align self. Let's see. I want. No, it doesn't even react. Items.
Yes.
Okay. Align self stretch. Self. Align self stretch. Let's see. No.
No, delete the second. Delete, yes, align item.
Okay, I will make here another flex box. And maybe it can be a little more.
Items more.
Then I want my input. I want my inputs to flex grow. Grow of 2, 2, 1, 1, something like that. Button. Flex grow. One. And let's see. Oh, better. So I needed to remake the flexbox here and then stretch my buttons. Okay.
I wrote the same, but I have another.
How it is? Ah, so you need to force your controller to be in row. Flex, direction, row. As my brother is well educated, it's already saw it, but maybe you need to force a little the guy.
No.
No?
Can you show the code?
Flex, stretch, line self. Line items, not self. It's inside, it's the items I stretch, not the. Is it better? No, still not. Okay. You don't have show me the HTML. Your inputs are not inside your controller. My three inputs are inside my controller. Yeah. But it seems like we have something like, no?
There is a controller inside the
A useless line. So if it doesn't change anything, no, I cut it out. So it's just this. Display flex, flex direction row, flex grow 2, flex grow 1, and all, you see all my,
That's okay.
yeah?
I had an extra div.
Everyone is around this? And do you have your placeholder around?
No.
It's a flex. Yes, it's another flex box, and with just space around.
Like what? What is the name of the idea of them?
It's my arena here.
In Arena, we justified content with the space round.
From here, look at that. Look at that. Here I have a div arena with my two edge sticks,
Yeah.
and my arena I display flex, row, and the space around.
Okay.
We're efficient. I like it. And now it just yeah.
You hold the same food, but we don't want You have to announce this. Guys, tomorrow is mandatory. All of you have to come. It's not option. Okay? Work the group tomorrow
You want to see
in the study group.
above this?
Huh? 5 o'clock.
This?
5. All of you have to come. All of you. Okay? It's mandatory. It's not option. You have to come tomorrow, okay? Yeah, we need to catch up with everything and we will work on GitHub. Because
It's okay?
this module,
Go there.
you need to work all
What?
plus on GitHub.
We have a problem.
Okay? So we need to start this and we need to catch up with homeworks. Okay? So all of you should come. Okay, yours.
No problem. I know the one problem will be in your arena. When you
John,
are
welcome.
outside
Okay?
of
And you
your
want to
arena.
work.
The arena will
I know the homework today.
inside the arena.
This is for the next class. To know how to work on GitHub. I know you forgot this. So we need to practice more. We will make a folder, a folder. All of us are going to work through the GitHub on the same project. And this is the preparation for the graduation project. So we have to do this, okay? London? Tomorrow. 5 o'clock. You have to be there. 5 o'clock. Okay? Ali and Milad. Okay?
Show me your index. I'm sure they are not inside.
You have to put all these two
They are inside. Oh, now we can.
I missed one bit here.
Yes. Just click on this one, run this one.
Okay, no, your container has problems. Yes, there is, yes, you have. Yes, no, your container, your class container is not container, it's. You know, they got,
Yes.
no, and then also here, it's like this is. So here in the container.
So they are not, you don't have considered. Now we are done.
Okay, guys, we can skip this. Okay, just not to take time. We will share the code of the CSS so we can move to the JavaScript. Okay?
Show me your index. Where are your index?
No, come here. You have it here.
So I asked you why are your player and enemy outside of your arena, and why are your buttons and input outside of your control?
Sorry.
It's here.
Yes.
So.
It's something that it's also because the PS code when you type it and you play your part, that we divided the thing in divs so we can manipulate it. And you control the same problem. And console same problem. But it's the PS code that's
Yeah. The owners said it.
You're doing good. You're investing in the life. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now it's yeah. Okay. I like to have a feedback. This is for so I just put a modification on the active part of the button, so to have a feedback. Because else if you don't do that, the user, if they don't have feedback when they do something on your internet site, they're not sure it works. So I used to introduce feedback quite early in my code, even my first prototype. So I can. This is more a best practice for your user, so that. Yes. And later I can change the thing, but at least I know that I have the note that I need feedback.
Are we all done now?
It's all okay?
Yes.
Your fighters are inside your arena and your buttons are inside your controller. Don't work. Good, because now we are going to little dirty. We will start with the JavaScript, and you will see a lot of strange things. Just button active, position relative, and top 2 pixels, so I can have a feedback. So you see that the first thing I did, dividing with this, just drawing my page and dividing it, the work was almost done, you know. And now the main GS. So we have a problem. We need to be able to run some code here, and we need to see some code here when I type it in. But I also want that my console log, my console, can print things here. That's why I called it console also. So I need to tweak the function console log of my browser. And to do that, so first, I guess I will create a main yes. And to do that, I will do something that will maybe seem strange for you, but let's say, what if I do something like this? Function, an anonymous function, like this function, like this. This function console log console, not my computer, log something. Okay. And what if here I just put brackets? What will happen, you think? Actually, this will bug. But if I add brackets at the end of the function, understand that I can call it immediately. Yes, because when I do something like let do STH equals function, everything function and everything, okay? The word function will be stored inside this. And how I call this function? Well, I just put do STH and this. Yeah? So how is it different than if I do something like this? This is a practice called if immediately invokes and declare and called function. Like it's written like this, EEF. E. This is a practice. Okay, no. If. This is a way to change global value immediately. So I create a function, I run it immediately, and I forget about it. That's what I will use to change my console log. The scope of the lesson is not to really go deep into this, but someday you may find this in JavaScript. And it means that the programmer did create a function, invoke it immediately, and forget about it. So, well, there can be several reasons, but one of them is to override something. Like override your console log, for example. That's what we will do. So I put a function, and I want my console log to be inside my div, my own console here. Because this is the purpose of this game is to teach JavaScript, So I'm not sure that the first player will know the console is here. So I want to display the console log inside my own console. So let's do this. Yes. Okay. Let log console log.
It's a good practice in general because then you don't have with the hosting and the stuff things coming out.
Yeah.
So you don't need as a wrapper. When we had the dips, the next day we have a wrapper, something to hold in it. Think of it as the same thing. Have a large function that bounds all the things you have inside, so they don't get outside. They're not.
Just this. Okay, just follow along, guys. It will be okay.
I did it.
I am speaking.
So console
My classmate that is sleeping.
error. I don't even need my console error equals a function error message that will apply on error message. No message, just one. And then I want my document get element by ID my console. Well, yes. No, it's not a keyboard. It's not a keyword. I don't. No, I don't think. No, no, it's not a keyboard. It's it's this way of programming. It's a function immediately declared.
I mean the keyword. So
I want, yes. There is. I finished my line. And plus. So, error message. So what I did here is just to catch my console error and say, okay, you send also to my console. Yeah. Error. Yes. Okay, in here. Yes. But it's a lowercase. But actually, I don't use it. I think it's
okay, just it will work.
Yeah,
no.
It's
Okay, let's.
It's not.
Okay, A. I will do something. Okay. And okay. So I'm sure that I will not mess with the thing. What do you think?
Yeah.
Huh? So with the underscores, I'm sure I don't mess with the great idea. And then once it's done, I redirect my error message I made console log that I stocked above. So it will be like error apply, and then console argument. Okay. So how I found all this, I just typed, I was looking for override the console log, And that's how I found the way to do this. But be careful to copy this well, because log, and I want my error and my console log to be in my thing. So function again, and this is my log message. No, mustache. Document. Get element by idea. Console, my own console. Inner HTML and just log message. Okay. And then again, like above, log apply, and just copy it. And I know that this one will redirect, but not my error. I want to redirect my log, and that's okay. So this is how you override the console. So let's say that then my file will say console log Yay! Wisdom? Yeah, because I will see. No, it happens in my console and in my console. That's what I wanted. So now my console logs and my error, I can stay inside my own div. So I rewrote, I override the console log and catch those messages and put them inside my own console. Does it work for you?
Just go back to copies.
Yes, sure. Don't read it much, okay? You have time to play more with if function later, but so just so you know that it exists. Not mine. No, it's kind of, yes, it's kind of mysterious the first time you see it. But well, the next time you will, hopefully you will find it less mysterious, less complicated.
If you try not to use it now, you will get 5 errors in the console. But if you have things left allowing the function, then it's much safer to prevent errors from happening.
So if you find this, sometimes it's just, yes, it's the programmer that's trying to override something and mess around with the global variable. Not yet. Yes, but you really want something.
You're using a library here.
No, I use the variable I created.
There's a library that it's called underscore and uses stuff like that. But
Yes,
this is not what
even if if I use a library that will throw an error that I try to remake a variable that already exists.
Is it a valid type?
Yeah, I don't use the library here. This is valid. Maybe not with Internet Explorer, but this is valid. For
I haven't seen, I've seen it, but from when people were using an underscore library. But as a form of type, I've never seen it.
no, I don't use library. It's okay, you can override your console. So this was the first major problem I had to display the thing in my console.
For me, works.
Yes? Yes, who has it work? Rose?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Yes, we have it. Okay.
No.
It's now, okay? John, no?
No.
Not yet. And Ray, I guess, okay? Okay. And here,
It's
no?
not yet, but it was the one is that.
So, yes, it's.
What?
This tag inside the code.
And open your console switch inside your processor.
Many people do this so that happens.
Oh, did you leave the JavaScript to your?
So whatever we write on console,
Now,
we're gonna see
Yes.
on our console as well?
yes. Now, when we write console log, it's inside our console.
There we go, brother.
All the way down to
But
this.
this one was commented out.
Yeah,
So for me, it doesn't work.
Done.
it's okay.
Or I want to blend
Done.
the overall one.
When I write it in my console, I can't see it here.
Okay, go to your index.
Say
Index, HTML. Go back. What is your source?
Main.js.
Yeah, okay. Now show me your code.
I see this AI in my console, but whatever else I did.
Yes, but see, HTML has to be,
So it's okay. When I write here.
Today we do something funny, eh?
For me, it doesn't work. Why?
First, check if your
I wrote it here. Yeah. So I can see it here. But here when I write, console log,
hello one.
Yes. Yes.
There is a typo in your code, I think.
Yes, and there is another one here. Yeah, try.
Done?
So, Rose, it's okay? So we can finish.
So we
This-
name console.log and console.log. We define our own function to override the
Yeah. So now console log is our
Yes. And console.
conquest. So now I need a reference to my button and my inputs. So let's do this. Const what? Const source button. So we don't write everything. So it's document. You know this drill. Document, get element. Yeah. I don't know. It's here. It's view source. Okay. Hey. Okay. View. All. That's one line below. I can do this. Do it. Const. I just get my run button. btn btn and again. Get no that get. Okay. And it's what it is? Run code like this. Oh, run code. Okay. Const and this console sl console document. Those are all the things that I will play with. Get element by idea. By ID, not idea. Okay. Console. You may remember the scope thing. So that's why I put all this below. This function is like a closed scope. So now it's done. I don't use the code of the if. I just start my program now. Like we override the console. Now we are building the thing, and then the function I need. So how I do this? It's usually I write first the function I need. Function. Okay. So I need display code. Play code, and I put my. Okay. What I need then? I need run the code. And I need display code. No, I have it. Which one is run code? Function run code. So I see all the thing I will have to do. Okay. What else? Well, I guess it's all. So here, display code. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
To display the code, I will have another file with room. So I will not have all this code inside my room. I want the player to have a clean room for my object-oriented things. And so I will do exactly the same thing that we did the first day. Send an XML HTTP request to get my other file and bring it back. And so you know the drill. So open the requests. Open. And Okay, and listen, change state. States. Okay, let's do this. Open. Open with get. And the thing is, we will find room. So again, I use this best practice, and it will be room GS. Where's room GS? We didn't write it yet. And of course, true. And send. Yeah. It's for it isolates my so I don't so my player don't see all this code, this one code that is not the most interesting. And I will add an option XML XHR response text. Text, no type. Text. So I'm sure it's the text of the code we need, not the code itself. And then listen, change. So XHR, you know the drill. On, ready, set change. Process. Request. And then I put something here, a function process request. It's repetitive, this one, but it's okay, requests. But we already know it, request, and it's an event that it will send me back, okay. Yeah. If remember that, XHR. Ready. And etc. APUs. Okay, 200, and then I process just the thing. Okay, it's all under control. I will console log with my own console, and that's fun. XHR response. Text. Okay. Text. What? Response, yes. And I have another problem here. Maybe someone can. What?
In the name of the function.
21?
21.
Function. But there's another there's another problem. Someone see it? What?
Can I see the problem?
Yeah?
You don't take break and the pizzas are getting cold.
It's almost done. I just want to solve this. No one see a problem. So, okay,
We must create room here.
how will my function process requests get access to my XHR if my XHR is inside the function?
Yeah. We
Response
have to
can't.
declare it outside and then assign it inside.
Yes. So sometimes if you have a bug, it may be that. And here I just load my XHR.
Is it response to text or response to type?
What? Response text, we'll see. Don't know. No, wait a second. Room. Yes. Let's see. Oh. Name. No, wait. I just want to display some code from here to my page here with my C-room code. But for this, I just need to add an event listener on my button. Then add event listener. It's click, and then it's display code. Okay. Hey! We got it!
Let's go pizza.
And you see, just console log my thing, and it goes to my own console. I think, for now, I don't know how I can do it another way. For this prototype, I don't need to, I just need to see if it's entertaining, if it's interesting.
You just change the path.
But
you are going to input that.
But then, yes, it made me find a way to stop my coding inside something else. But for now, and since we all need to review the request, it's okay?
For me, it writes
So you just
undefined when I use it.
It gives something back.
Yeah.
Show me. Yes. Show me your name. Your main yes. Yeah, yes. I don't see something strange here.
No, it's just for you. It brings back like we are here. For me, it brings back like I'm fine. And it means that if you was looking for a function, or maybe find a function that yes, which button you push, wrong or this one, the C button.
No, page load page to load name, there's room.js, cross origin request and this. Ah, okay. Okay. No. What happens? Okay. What happens is that I remind you that the JavaScript cannot touch your files. So the only way to make this thing run is to start a live server.
What is written in Rome JavaScript?
You cannot if you open the index file inside your browser, it's forbidden. It will not take some file on your computer. It's forbidden by the rules of the browser. So you need to run a server.
It's like
For me, it's live.
What?
Rome Java.
The room is just a comment. It's just comment. Yeah, I can display it. Hello, what?
No, this is console.
Oh, I guess maybe the run code below that is like this one. Maybe. Like that. Native code is it's text. It's text in the. It's a string. It's a string. That's a string and smaller case, lowercase.
Miguel, should we link room.js to main.js?
The what? Room? No.
Link it here.
Oh no, not yet. Not yet.
So why? Where did you? What is this slash room.js?
Oh, it's the best practice. So just the best practice. When you see inside your own file, sometimes you just if you want to go inside folders and things, you use the dot.
It's not printing anything.
This is great best practice.
I think here is good.
It's working, but not. Yes. Okay, guys. I need pizza. Pizza's outside. Okay, guys, great. Let's go. It's a long break, eat, and then do what you might want. Come on, guys.
Yes, I don't see really waiting now. Sorry, what is your writings? What?
I don't see any problem. That's we just get it. Just do it.
Ah,
the
okay.
business.
Okay, you really care the literature. You really care. Yes, you really care it. No, you don't really care it. Right.
Guys, it's just about to finish, okay? Blame yourself.
Later on as well. Ah, no. Let's take a break. I think we're going to figure it out.
Same for I'm not sure but that is have you with this data initially it was those already states change.
You get the line 14 error. We get an error here that it is not declared.
Ah, yes, yes, because you need to clear it outside.
But then also I see this error.
Yeah. That's the time we step it out. So
You declare it here, you declare it here.
come on.
So look at that.
Yeah.
You really clear it. You really say it.
So that's the error.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Now is working.
Yes,
Now is working.
finally.
Now is working. Now is working.
Okay, let's take a break, okay? But then, what we want to do. بلاوي هذا. ما بنفع. الو 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 عبالنا الصوت الو شو الو شو فيديو ما عم بسمع John, it's okay?
It's not working.
Okay. Can you come here, please? Okay. No, I don't touch it. No. So, process request. First, check every name of every one of your function names and see if they are the right ones.
So under the line we provide.
Yes, because it's not functional. So here,
It's fine.
why console is like this? This one.
I don't know. It's
And actually, I realize I don't use it. I don't use it.
yes.
Console log.
Right.
Yes. Or comment the one line out. Okay. Okay. Nice. Here. Hey, that was it.
He doesn't know.
Yes, show the code. Okay, what can be for do you have a room? Room file. Room file. Show me your folder. Folder.
Before the
Yes, no, from here, and inside the.
inside
Yes, from inside. See, this button will show you.
is no.
Open the folder, guys. Open the folder. Hack my vendor. No, you can. Okay, so where are all those files? I mean, where are all those files? Oh. What happened here? No. Select folder.
There is no folder.
Select the folder, not this one. Folder, hack my danger. Select folder. Oh, that doesn't want to. Okay, give me folder. Something. Give me something. So you see, this is the way we work every time. You have all your files here. So you know what happened. And you particularly, you don't have a room JS. It's just that. Here, you have the main copy, CSS. So, okay, go back to your folder, key. Go back to your folder inside your control. Okay, you hack my download. Okay, you have copy. I don't want to see those copy. Yes. All of them. But here your copy and copy. Yes, main copy. Okay, now come here. And from here inside, I want you to create room.js. And inside that room.js, there's a comment with something you want to say. That's something you want to say. This is the voice. Okay, this is the room. Okay. No. Okay. Tell it now. Show me your internet page. No, the one working. Okay, first, there is, you cannot access the file if you don't start a server. So, no, it's not here. It's inside your editor. Yes. Let's try this, right here.
You need to right click in the HTML in order to make it work.
Yes.
It's the same as the browser.
Open with license. Because your JavaScript will never from your browser mess with your file. This is because every virus can then mess with your things. So if you don't start a live server, you cannot create XML and HTTP request inside your own files.
It's only for XML. Because
Yes.
we never used it, but we never did XML as well. That's why.
But usually it's also because you will have the same problem later if you try to manipulate a file with React and things like that. You have to have the server on your computer.
Yeah, because we downloaded the package that does everything. It has already built-in system, so we don't do it.
But that's so this thing I do this pattern. It's okay. The row, yes, see Google. Show me a console. Show me a console here. I think it's like this. No, it's like this. Yeah. Whoa, that's a console. Hey, there are source buttons in the middle. So this is where you have. Okay. Source button. So correct. It's in your main line 27. So then, when you do this pattern, to see your own file. Yes, the browser will get it. Not allow you to. So basically, we make an illusion that. But if I upload all this on GitHub and make a page, I don't think
Miguel.
it will work well because it's distant.
We have just if you want to say hello.
Okay.
This is Miguel, our teacher.
Macy, nice to meet you. I'm excited to see a little bit of what's going on. I won't understand.
Well, I don't understand it either.
I'm sure you do.
No, nothing.
I'm sure you understand.
I just type on Google and copy paste.
That would work too, but I'm sure they would all be coming if that's what you were doing.
You will need a position just to watch everything. But you will see
The purpose of having the room GS is to isolate, because when the player plays, I don't want him to see all this. This is the problem. I want him to see just the thing I want.
So you need to already have things
Yes.
inside the room GS that depends on the moves he does. Having something like an event listener.
Yes. But I isolate it because those are the mechanics of my game. And I isolate it with my open part, the part I want the player to see. So the player to see. I want the player to see the room. Specifically because I will need to use this prototype to teach the lower level JavaScript. So if the people find this code,
They will break the whole.
so I isolate. I like to encapsulate the things. Yeah.
Right. I did this here when I was I was with
Okay.
What one? This one.
It's response text.
I need to remove this.
And it's response text, it's not response type.
Text.
It's the here response texts. Still not. Okay, not yeah. GS.
Open your console to see the errors it throws.
Your file was organized.
Which file?
The file is inside the folder. Oh, no, from the inside of your okay. Again, come back. So, how I would solve this? Okay, show me again. First, I would see. First, I would see if there is my event listener is okay. Then I will see we can make a console log inside my process request to see if my process request is called. No, not inside the condition, inside the outside the condition. That's just makes sense. And then that's what I do.
Yeah.
And then I would change read states to ready states, because your read states will never be equal to 4. And I guess that will solve your problem. The typo. Yes, it's done. So now we will run code, and this is easier, way easier now. You have an error. What kind?
I haven't even not working.
It just does not work.
There is an hidden.
Yeah.
So, maybe that.
Run code is a device. Yes, comments out to run code. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Here and your
I want to see.
yes.
Yes.
No, in this index. It works.
The problem was declares X and HR function delete left because we declared before.
So that's all. This is the value. It's basically right. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Yes. You tell me you have yes here your perspective of the next problem.
Yeah, Rome.js.
You have one yes.
No, it's okay. Your HTML is no, it's dark, red, source. So we are in your main. Save your HTML. Your main. Run code. I want you to put beside your display code. I want you to mark some first line inside your display code function.
It doesn't have this line. What? Open.
You have it. Yes. I want you to make this so we can see if it enters this thing. Okay? Enter. Enter. Okay. Enter. Oh, so there's something, so it's below that you have a problem. Yes. Okay, now you do the same thing. Look at it here and you put it inside the process request. So you can see what it enters.
This is Javascript.
And you go all the way down.
You don't understand. You didn't understand. Just possible. You didn't understand.
Okay.
So that you cannot make one
here.
This kind of
Okay, you already said. You already said. Okay. You see, I now want to problem.
Okay.
Even on error.
And I bet that it was this. So now, yes. Now we will run our. Okay.
Yes.
Now we will run our code. So you will see that this is quite simple. I just need to let ENPT. Let my input it's document. Again, get element. No, not by idea, because this is no, by tag name. By class, by tag name. Because I don't have an idea for my input. I just try to get my input, okay? So, okay, input. I think it's like this, no? Yeah. You tell me if, and then I try something. Console log ENPT value. Okay, it works. Oh, it's for me. Do not mess with. No, it's not a keyword. You did it? Run? No. Document get element by tag name. Oh, no. No, there's also, because there's also one thing, it's that input, it will look for all my inputs I have. So I need to tell that it's the first one just. No? Yes, but doesn't care.
Yeah, because when we use get element by name tag and input, we have the input in the form of an array.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to target the elements.
So I target this one. And then I had my event listener, so I will put it here. So it's run button. Run button. Yeah. Add event listener, click. And run code. It's run code. Run code. And it's an event listener. I don't need the. Okay. And it works. Here we are. Yeah. So now I just can display it. Okay. Event listener on my button. So we can access it. And then it's just like this for now. Input. And I take the first one of my input. And I console log the value so I know that my value goes. And now I just do something even easier. I just put a try and catch. Why? I do a try and catch because when my player will enter something in this thing, I want to try to convert it into JavaScript code. And then if it raises an error, I want to catch this error. So I do the try and catch. Catch. And catch will give me back something like that. And I try, and this is a simple method inside the JavaScript. It's eval. Inputs. The ENPT, I think it's like this. ENPT value. And I guess that catch error, it's console log.
That's a function, right?
Yeah, yes, this is a native function. Error. It's, okay, the eval function is when you give it a string, it will convert the string into JavaScript code. That's what eval does. That's a native function. And for myself, I will, okay, ENPT value, I will erase it. Okay, I erase it. And now we have our mechanics. I told you this one is easy.
Really?
What is
like a piece of cake.
This is an error because what I catch is an error.
Yeah.
And I want to display my error. So if there are some thing that the console catches as an error, well, I catch it also me. And then I don't need to console log. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So now your code is evaluated as a reference. You see, we get a reference here. What else?
When I write some.
Yeah, because what you write is not defined.
If I want to show something, I should watch that.
Write something like this. It will
give back.
So it works.
Yeah.
It's simple. Yes.
It's working, but it says it's not defined.
Yes. Sure. That means it's working.
But when you made it, it was working, right?
What?
When you made it.
No, for me, at this stage, it doesn't work. I just wanted to evaluate the code. But now, I wait for it.
Yeah.
We just see that it evaluates the code you make, you put inside into and that's all. Simple step. So here. Is everyone okay?
No. I cannot see you. Why don't you speak?
It's too small.
So, an avid listener, click, run code, beware the typos, and then it just eval the inputs value, and that's all.
And what is the result?
What's the result of this? Well, okay, the result I have when I do this is like this. Give me the Yes, because it happens that it doesn't mean nothing in JavaScript. So that's what I want. At this stage, that's what I want. Just that it evaluates the thing. So it tries to evaluate your JavaScript.
I have a problem. It's not working.
Yes.
No.
There's something like this.
Okay. Where is the package?
So there's something.
Run code is a function. Go here. And the
Input.
Input, it's okay.
yeah.
Yes, okay. Yes. The console dot input value.
That's where you put
Yeah. Okay. Now I want to see your error listener. You did something wrong with your error listener. No, just no. Try it.
You already know that.
What is it?
They go and do it.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay, try it now.
Okay, maybe it works.
Yes, it's a native function. It's that the string that is inside your okay, it takes the string. It will value and it try to evaluate it, to run it as a JavaScript. So naturally, it tells you, no, it's not JavaScript, there's a reference error. That's what happened.
If you write function.
If you write a function, we try to okay. Can I be your error? Reference error. Yeah. Maybe the first time that someone asks you to have an error. It's okay?
Miguel, can you have a look here?
No, I don't want. I will always find some ways to put things.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Show him the code.
Maybe we need to first.
This one is running, but this one is not.
Yes,
For me,
maybe just
See the.
Save your file because your main.js is not saved.
Say run button is not.
Oh,
Shouldn't be.
there is an error. Yes, because inside this index is lowercase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it try a problem?
No. Oh, try no. It's what it is. What it says. It tries to do something. If it's success, runs along. If there's an error, you catch it. That's all. you try to evaluate the input as a JavaScript, and if it raises, if the engine that is running your JavaScript inside your browser says it's not JavaScript, sends an error, then you catch it. But we want to see when there are errors, so our player can know that there's something wrong happening. And now,
So with the music that's despite it having a noise. This is what he asked.
oh, there's no promise linked. Yes, there's no promise linked here. It's the try and catch. You can use it for almost everything. It's just try when you try to do something, and if there's an error anyway in your code inside this, you catch the error, and then you can console log it, or you can basically that's what your browser do. That's exactly what your browser do. It tries to evaluate your code, and if there's an error, it catches it and displays it in the console.
And you can be more specific. You just add error.claim. It will show you the name.
Maybe we want to see the result in the box that we have here. Because it can see the console in other things. Like for example, when I try to write.
Yes, but because we didn't.
It says not defined or something. Where did the game
When I
give us
it
that?
goes the other.
No, it's
Yes, but is that
when you're
I want to see it here.
the data is not there.
We can write this message. This message. We write this message.
To see the result
I'm
that's
trying
not
to
here.
data type.
Here.
Yes, what is the data type?
Like this.
It is by the JavaScript. It's not.
Without.
If you have on your file, that's mean you don't
I want to
have
see it here,
something.
but.
Oh, that's beautiful. Let's try it. Hey, see that? Look at that, guys.
You are not.
Document. What it is? What it is? Document. Document. Right. Right.
WRI.
Yeah.
WRI.
Okay. Right. And
Parentheses.
yeah.
Quotation.
Milat. Okay.
Okay, wait.
Can anyone tell me why these things makes this?
We injected.
We injected actually, yes.
Yeah.
Because your document, you take your document, the whole document, you trash it and you write late. Now every JavaScript code you enter in this input will play.
So only for this code, it goes like this.
Yeah, because I evaluate this.
If I want to use console log,
You put console log.
wow.
This is the console. You don't take all
But
the.
that's also, yeah.
Wow.
So the tricky part here is to avoid have something in the background to check what the user or anyone
Yes, later on, this would be a user interface.
Yes,
You will not write something, you will
and
take.
that's exactly something that I need to
later
get
you
for it.
always, if you have inputs, you always need to think what code should I write so they don't give me garbage.
This is hack.
Yeah, you can filter it.
He's a real hacker, academic.
And this is a dungeon hacking. So everything we type here is evaluated now. And so now let's try to have some fun since our thing is all made. I want a script with my room. Okay. Now I can play with it, and now we'll have
SCR you want.
yes, SRC. Thanks. And this is my room. Now, we have the game mechanics in place. So, first I want to introduce you to a new keyword, this. So, this is used in English to identify a specific person or thing, that's what interests us, close at hand or being indicated. This is your bag. Or referring to specific things, just not sure. I guess the author wanted to write specific. So, for example, you know the object thing, you know how it's used, and if you return this first name plus this last name, it will display you
this object.
Yes, it will give you the no. We agree?
Why we don't just put first name and last name?
Because I said it here. I can manipulate.
Now,
when I use this
is a method.
I can manipulate the element of my object.
What's the difference if you just remove this?
Here?
Can you have the same result?
I don't know. Let's
You won't have the same
The idea now.
let's try it. Since now we have a console log.
The full function is used as okay. So when you call that object for this key of the value, this will call the function, and the function will do something for you.
John Doe. Okay. Okay. You want me to remove the this?
He mean to rename the full function and just make full name equal first name plus last name.
No, just remove this.
He wants to remove this.
This, yeah, okay.
We will not know that the
Fix
fix,
it has the same
the
result.
first name is so, yeah, there is no, because the function depends a different one.
Doesn't have the same result.
First name.
Go back to the-
I have a first name is not defined.
Fine.
Doesn't know it.
But
And now if I put this first name,
You know why? Because first name now is not a key, it's a variable inside the function.
This comes instead of person,
Yeah.
the name of object.
Yes.
yes, this object first name, this object last
If
name,
you write person dot first name, you write this dot first name.
and now I have it even in my own console. So the this is a way to refer to your own environment, the one you created. So,
About this, I saw it once on W3 school when they were teaching events. For example,
yeah,
when you
I will
HTML,
come to that just later. So the this is a variable that is automatically set for you when a function is invoked. The value it's given depends on how and where the function is invoked. I just moved this full name function outside. But you think that will happen here?
No, because this is not referring to any object now. And first name,
no, it doesn't work.
It doesn't say at all the first name.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's outside the object.
What this? Nothing.
You missed the.
Miss after function body.
yeah,
yeah.
You missed the curly bracket.
Yeah, looks way better.
You didn't call the function.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, I don't even call the function. Okay. Up? Yeah, okay. Full name. Full name. Not my computer. Full name, my man. Okay. 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 Nothing. But now let's try something else. Console log. What is full name? Console log my full name. Return the thing. And define and define. Define and define. So it works. I console log and it returns me undefined and undefined. Because this is what? For the function.
For the function itself.
For the function. The function is called here.
And inside the function there is no first.
What is yeah,
but if we declare,
this refers to the argument that we have in the function, but we don't have it here because we have it on object. So when we don't have first name and last name in the function, it will go on.
So
if we write person in the parentheses.
Yeah.
Ah, you think?
Yeah.
Full name person?
Person, maybe.
No, why you give an argument? You didn't put it in the function.
And define. Anyone else has a better idea?
To be shown, you want this code to work?
To declare two variables inside the function. First name and second name.
No, but it doesn't show you John and Joe. If you want to do
For this, you need to bind, call, or do something, but you need to pass along the this. What is this? You need to connect this with something. Full name, call, on, person. Let's see. Full name, apply on person. Let's see.
What is called in this case?
You will have fun with that. It works. Call is a method, an internal function of the function object. It's a way to manipulate the functions with internal methods. For now, I don't guess that you have to understand everything that I just said, because you have little time to see the function object and manipulate it. It's like some native method that we use all the time, some eval, for example, but it's linked to the function. So yes, but
what's the difference between applying and call?
Oh, it's the same.
Both the same.
It's the same. It's just a way to pass something as this.
No,
because now this is not defined. We need something.
Yes, it's in situation more complicated than that. But I already blow his mind. I don't want to.
So this is a way to apply function that is designed for anything.
Yes. And there's another way, which is bind
anonymous function.
Bind something to a function. And this works also. Let display full name What is two? Oh, it's for having a number. It's here, two, Jendo. And it's because, what is two? It's because I want to show you a tree here. So you can see that both of them work. So, you remember.
Why? Apply to take something to line this one. But
You remember that when I put some parentheses after a function, it calls the function. So here, displays full name, full name, and my parentheses. Okay, I had a shortcut. Three Jando, 2, 3. Just that I raised the.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So what if we use person instead of this? It works, yeah?
No. Person, it's here person, I mean.
Function, full name.
What?
In full name function.
If I use person, this name? Yeah, sure. It's here,
But now, if you work only for person, but here, you can apply it for 50 objects. Just call the name of the object, put it here, it's done. This is what? Oh, yes.
So, since this is clear, it's clear, it's okay?
We have only half an hour.
What time is it?
Half an hour. It's 9:34.
What is not clear?
Okay, whatever, tomorrow we have work group. Yeah, and all you guys please come because we are going to prepare for the next module and we will work on Git. And this is for the first session, and then we will work with students who are far behind in the home. Okay? So this is important to prepare the environment for new, the next module. Okay?
So,
What about we don't need any internet?
They will,
We haven't used it.
yes.
But
So it's probably for the git, not for the
Yeah.
node internet.
Not exactly.
so how can I do that? Oh, no, it's not call and apply. Call and apply, it will not be. It's not here. Okay. If I happen to console log full name, the this is linked to nothing. But if I bind an object, this object, to this, now it's binded. So now the function can read inside my object. Is that more clear?
First function for the name is not inside the person, it's something different. So first name for full name is nothing now. But if you use it not by person, it tells the full name, both the person, do you see the first name? Yes, I see it. So we have to, do you see last name? Yes, I see it. This is why we have to.
This?
Bind this not.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Function is outside.
I pass along the context. This, wait a second. This time, this thing is exactly the same thing by the person as doing, let's see this, this. It's exactly the same. I bind those. And so now, this function knows it's inside this context. So this context, first name, it's here. And this context, last name, is here. I bind the context and the function.
So it knows now the name function. No, the last person first name is done.
So, in my room, I will create a player and a goblin. Let player equal object and something. Yeah. So the thing is that I can dynamically, that with keyword inside the JavaScript, I can dynamically create like a plan here with a constructor instruction that will create me all the player I want. You see, I have we have this object, this one, the John Doe things. But what I want is to be able to create my person and not type it every time. Not type person one, first name John, Doe, then Jane, then Doe. So we have a structure for that. And the structure is like this. Class layer and that's my object. So what's a class? A class is like a plan, like for a building. You need a plan, and then you give the plan to constructor. The constructor build the building. So now we make a plan, and then we will be able to invoke that plan and create things. So what the player has. What the player has, let's say it has a name. Okay. What else?
String.
What?
Strings. Level.
String. Level.
So you're going to update later.
First, before level, I like to have life point.
Yes, nice.
Life point. Okay. Okay. A point and a weapon. Life point.
It's something like
Life bar. Yeah. Yes. This is internal. This is inside my object. And then we talk since the beginning about method and things like that, and I can create method inside. I can tell him that attack is something that can do. Pick object is something that it can do. So I have an internal variable and some action it can do. And here is the syntax. So I told you that this is a plan, so I need a constructor. And the constructor is a function, so name, life point, life point.
Constructor is already defined by JavaScript.
Yeah. Well.
Keyword. Yes, keyword, and these are arguments. Yeah.
And what I do is this, with all that, I can start to fill this of these objects. Yes. Name is equal to name. Is life point is equal to life points. Yes, it's not here. This and this weapon is equal to weapon.
There must be a string.
Now not. And it's just
Whatever you add here will go.
Yeah.
Whatever you add here.
This-
Points, P capital.
what?
This dot life points. The other one too.
Life points, yes, is here.
Double P now.
What?
Remove one P. Double
Oh,
P.
yeah. So now using this syntax, I can create every player I want. And I can add some function inside the player. So now that's a method. So attack, it's all inside, you know? You see, all inside my plan. Attack.
A function.
Not a keyword.
Yes, there's no need for keyword function anymore inside an object.
Okay.
Console log.
This dot name.
And pick object. Console log. Oh, a flower. Okay, so I have my plan. I have method inside. I can let player equals new, and this time it's your own new. And inside my parentheses, I decide that my player's name is Ben. That my life points are 25. That my weapon is what?
Yeah.
A stick.
Let's be calm.
And so now I have created the same thing as what we use when we say new XML HTTP request, new something, new something. That's what happened inside. So I linked it with my thing. I can see my room code. And let's try something. Let's try player attack. Bang. So now it exists inside my space. Now I can use methods. Now I can see player life points. But this is not a function. We agree. I just want to see that. But I want to see that, so I need to console log it. Okay, console log. Because else it doesn't do something. log 25. So inside my object, I have stored informations. And I can even change from inside my object the variable of my object, like for example, get hit. This is a method, so it will change the variable of my object. This life points minus 2 and console log this console log, not my computer, this life points. So from inside my layer, now I can manipulate my own data. Minus equal will be better. Let's try. Layer get hit. 23. Player get hit. Start to become etc. And so when you ask yourself sometimes how the people can make video games, something like this, that's how they use. That's what they do. They have an object with some variable, and those variable, and also it has some the variable of its position inside the world, you know. And when you hit accelerate, it says this car dot accelerates, and it will change the velocity, the speed of the car. And the speed, which is an inside variable, will start to change.
Then you will hear the sound. Yeah.
And when you brake, you hit the brake, it is this car dot hit brake.
And I want to add a thing, like when you use this class constructor, you have to be sequenced. Like if you want to do it inside a function, it is not going to work, because inside the class, it will work like sequencing. Like, have you ever find like you declared a function and you called at the up, right? If you call it, if you try to call this thing at the up, it will not work. It will work sequentially, line by line, yeah. Because they have changed inside the class the hosting system, the way the functional hosting works. Yeah. So remember it, whenever like here you declare a function that get heated, if you call it above, it will not work. Like above the address. Above the address. Like this function, if you call it up, then can you call
it doesn't need to be made.
No. In normal JavaScript, you can declare a function underneath and you call it above, and it works because of hosting. And here it will not work because it changes the hosting system inside the class. Yeah. So very careful about this.
And why they change?
Why they change? Because it's, this is the behavior of this class. You will do sequence. You have the consequence type system and you have the sequence system. Like the late constant word. You use the word and you can access it anywhere. It's a function, but in the late and const you cannot. The moment you declare, after that you will can access that.
Yeah, but now we can use both. And we can use both ways.
Yeah, here you have to declare. Do you guys know about the constructor?
This is what they say now.
You told me.
No, the ES5 way.
Okay, first, I changed the name, but I capitalized the first one. This is a convention.
Yeah.
It will not bug if you don't do it, but this is a convention. You realize that now every time that we use new, we started with an uppercase. Here, there's something that is very important for video games that I need you to see, is that I can invoke another object, I can attack another object. So now I will create two characters, one player, one enemy, and invoke the attack method of my player on my enemy. And this attack will invoke the get hit method of my enemy. What do you think? We want to invoke, I invoke my targets get hit.
Not, after it comes after, will it know by the time it reaches the line that there is something called get hit?
Let's see. Let's see. So let player, new player, Ben, stick. Let enemy. New, but it's new, not new player now. It's new character. Nazgul, Ghoul. With 10 life points. It's just a goblin, huh? And with a stick. So, and here, character. So you see? Because both of them, because I now have a player and an enemy. So they are all characters. Just so. Oh, a flower lose life. This name, okay, let's try. So, I see my room code, you see, I have an attack target, and if I make this, so I come back here, I see that one of my character is a player, the other one is an enemy. Let's do this. Player, attack.
Yes, target is undefined.
So what I do?
You need to write attack what? Attack enemy.
What I attack?
Attack enemy.
Enemy. Okay, let's try this. Rar. And nozzle. Oh, here.
Nazgul loses life, and it's now 8.
So, lose life. Rar. I comment this out. Okay. Player attack. Enemy. And bang. Now I can have one of my objects that influence another one.
That's good. Okay.
Basically, before I was working, did you show what I asked? You put your phone, please.
Yeah.
Was it working? The get hit, the attack was working, even though the get hit was not in the line?
Yeah.
Yet?
Yes, it did work. Why? It just worked now. So why?
Because you use the target, but the thing involved.
Without the target, without applying it in any console log undefined.
Yeah, because by the time it gets here, it's here, it doesn't know what happens here. This is what, that was my question.
When you use a function, did you ever made a program and you use a function before you define it?
This is what we
Did you ever try something like this?
Okay.
To try something like power. Okay. And here, function
You invoke a function
power.
before you declare it. Above the declaration. Yes, it's working, yes.
It works.
Why?
Because the function now is
because of the code statement, but here we don't have anywhere.
Because the parser of the JavaScript code will read all the code
yes.
before. And then starts the main loop.
You mean that it will get to line 15 and then it will try to execute it, so there won't be an.
So once I create my new character, every method that are inside, I can access them. So now, when you encapsulate, and I love this word, you know it, when you encapsulate your thing inside an object that you can construct, that you can copy, that you can reference with other objects, it gives you the ability to just instantiate it, just create the thing. And the plan will always work like you want, like you define it. This is called the object-oriented programming. It's using just this all the time for everything. And it's especially used in the video game industry. So this is a video game. I have a player, I have a goblin with methods, and I have a weapon. And so now I can create those objects and play with them, because you see that an object can manipulate another object.
So tomorrow, guys, I suppose all of you come and finish this and work on the Git, okay? And I suppose you just practice this exercise at home, try to write the code yourself, and
Okay, I showed it. That's just this my rule. I mean, I create two characters, just one plan. And so it's just the syntax. The syntax has to be respected. Class, the name of your class, constructor, this. And here you can reference this inside your methods.
okay, so tomorrow 5? 5 o'clock? Okay.
I think I won't be able to time.
Oh.
I want to.
So we can have a review for previous week until Abdulrahman joins us.
Okay, so is it okay for you
Yeah.
to start at 6?
Yeah.
Okay. How many time we need for the rest of the class?
1 hour and a half.
Okay, we will start this. We will continue the class at 6 o'clock tomorrow, but we will start at 4 o'clock. I will be here at 4 o'clock for the people who are studying the homework. So please come. Okay, we want to finish this, and we will revise whatever questions in JavaScript 3, week 8 and 7. Okay, so you can ask questions, we can help. Okay, so tomorrow from 4 o'clock I will be here. Whoever want to come early, especially John and please come early 4 o'clock, and we will start the class 6 o'clock. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miguel.
You have 1.5 hours. Yeah. So
I'm just on a vacation. We'll go and it's very important. I will talk. No, I will talk to you.